Rain is afraid of the drain. All drains. I don't think it's because she's seen the raccoons here. I think it's because we have raccoons that live down here. Rain, come over here. Look, I'm standing on the drain. Come here, Rain. Look. She will not come over here. There's a wide berth. Come up here. You do not like that drain, do you? Come up here. Come here. You're good. Good girl. I have to drive out this morning to a client. They're having a problem with the system and kind of requires me to go there and probably just push a few buttons. I'm hoping that's what it is, but either way, I'm taking Rain with me. And I had hoped that there'd be less traffic because we're, it's the week of Thanksgiving. But from what I saw on the freeway, that does not seem to be the case. Often when we're driving, Rain likes to be right in my ear. Don't you, Rain? She wants to see what's going on. It could be a little bit annoying, but she's pretty cute for an annoying dog. In any case, I'll catch up on my drive. I'm heading out to Camarillo, which has some beautiful areas. I'm going to stop to let her out at a place called Hawk Hill, which is nice. All right, we'll zipper our way in. I've been primarily a remote worker for 25 years. Sometimes I'm on site with clients, and this is one of those mornings. Normally I wouldn't be, but there was a power outage or something a few days ago, and there's a system that is not coming back online. I'm not really sure why. So I'm running out there. Now, I started this morning early, so I've already been working for Meta. You can see Rain back there. I already started working for Meta, and I have a meeting coming up soon after I get to my client, actually. So I'll be setting up there and running my meeting at Meta, and then I'll check what's going on with their system, then probably end up driving back. So it's basically an hour. I was hoping, as I said, traffic was going to be lighter, but now it's moving pretty good. But we're past the worst part of it. I live out in Canyon Country, and it can be a bit landlocked coming out to the valley. There's really one thoroughfare. As a matter of fact, if there's a bad accident, you could spend hours getting out of our city. And that's rarely an issue because, like I said, I've worked from home for the better part of 25 years, and that's what I do 99% of the time. So I shouldn't be as annoyed as I am, but I started this morning pretty annoyed. Just because it takes me out of doing some of the things I want to do. Usually when I wake up, I have my coffee, I do some writing, and then I, play a little guitar, might even record a little bit or work on a mix. And this takes me out of that flow, kind of disrupts the day, but it has to happen. So I'm trying to be a little more zen about it because I started off this morning. Well, I started off last night knowing I was going to do this and extraordinarily frustrated. And then this morning woke up, which I shouldn't let happen, being frustrated about things like that. Things happen in life. Something that I write about often is my impatience. And when I feel like something is taking time away from the things I want to do or feel like I need to do, I can get super annoyed, super frustrated, and kind of everyone and everything becomes a barrier to me getting the things I want done. So that can be Deb, it can be my kids, it can be clients, it can be my dog. Everything just becomes, it can be me. I could just be kind of a jerk. And so I am aware of it, and Usually Deb can just call me out on it, and sometimes she's like, you need a nap, or she says some pretty condescending things, but they make me laugh, so it can break me out of that mode. And I'll go to her and apologize, or I'll say, I've got 60 seconds for you. Let's connect. We've got 60 seconds to connect, which is not a great way to connect, right? So I vowed that I was going to head out, and Deb said you should take Rain with you. And at first I was like, no, it's just one more thing. And then I was like, no, Rain likes going with me. She loves taking the drive with me, and we'll stop. Like I say, on the way, you'll see Hawk Hill Road, which is out towards Camarillo, really beautiful area. This is how Rain's been for the last 10 minutes. So just laying her head on me. I'm changing my attitude, so we'll talk about that when I get to Hawk Hill Road. This is Santa Rosa Valley, and just a beautiful way to get down to Camarillo. My client takes me off the freeway. Time frame's about the same. In fact, when there's traffic, sometimes it's less. But it's such a beautiful area that it also takes us by Hawk Hill Road, which will give us some place for me to let Rain get out and go potty and kind of walk around a little bit. This is the little road, Hill Road, Hawk Hill Road up here. Little hiking trail, and it's kind of the backside of Wildwood Park, and also on the other side of a place called La Bronca Canyon. If you are, I think I'm gonna have to do a brake job on my car. Looks like we have to park here. That's okay.
It's been to Canada. It's been all the way up I-5, all the way up the Canadian border to Canada, all the way to South Dakota, Colorado.
Do you mind if you're on video?
Everything in between. So this thing's traveled. It's been everywhere, man. Like, who's that? What's it called? The Man in Black. I've been everywhere, man.
Johnny Cash?
Johnny Cash.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been everywhere.
Nice. I'm gonna let her run around a little bit.
Yeah, and her would like this, huh?
I know.
Her would have all kinds of doggy space.
Exactly.
Oh. Oh.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and like I said, the guy's name was Tony.
Tony.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very nice, man. What's your name?
I'm Derek.
Hey, Derek. Matt. Nice to meet you, man.
All right, brother.
Thank you.
I gotta get going.
Yeah. Be good. Come on, Rain. I ran into the guy on that bus, and I'm certain Deb wouldn't be into it, but he bought that thing with 70,000 miles diesel engine for $7,000. And then he just built it out. And about 30 foot, 28 foot, I think he said. You could do some traveling in that. Diesel engine would last you for another 300,000 miles. You are a drooly dog this morning. Rain is nervous with heights, so I can tell she's nervous on this bridge. It's all right, girl. This is sturdy. You're doing good. I've seen bobcats up here. Seen a mountain lion close by here. Seen about a zillion rattlesnakes, as well as other things. Yeah, caught some king snakes up in Wildwood Park. All right, girl, let's head back. Come on, Rain. Hey, girly. Are you nervous? I can't let you go down to the water because I know what you'll do when you get there. So, perspective. I was chatting with this friend of mine. He had written this piece about how his son's now a teenager and kind of has his own life. They still like doing stuff together, goofing off. But the other day he was trying to engage with his son. His son was busy with something else. And he was like, yeah, man, he's got his own life. He just kind of didn't want to spend time with me. He was thinking about that. And I told him something my son told me. I think my son saw it with somebody else. But he said, my son told me, I'm coming up on 59 years old in a couple days. And he said, Dad, if, assuming everything goes well and you live another 20, 25 years even, it would not be, and he's got his own life going in another city. And he said, we may not see each other but 20, maybe 30 times for the rest of my life. And not really a morbid thought, but it is sobering. Rain, come here. But it is sobering and something to consider because we have blessed little time on this planet. And since I don't think there's any reason to believe we have another time coming around or something else happening beyond this, we should try and value this time. And me being annoyed could make me miss just some of the beauty we have a chance to see every day. And certainly for me and for others living in the US or in other industrialized nations, we're not stricken by war. We're not being, we're not under bombardment. We're not struggling to put food in our bellies. It's one of the reasons that I tell people I never vote for my own interest. It's not how I view my voting power. My power is to vote for my kids and 20, 30, 50 years from now, the world that we're going to leave them, to give them the greatest opportunity to enjoy the same privileges that we do. So, in any case, it's kind of a side note, tangent for another video. But, as we look around and just see opportunities to stop and take a breath and maybe enjoy a few minutes of nature, I want to try and remind myself not to be impatient with the people I love that matter to me, impatient with my dog, or really impatient with myself, I guess, because that's the person I'm probably most annoyed at most of the time when I squander time. So this was just a little outing. Still have to head down to my client, but I wanted to let Rain run around and use the bathroom. And we'll take a few video shots of some of the area around here because this is a beautiful area up Hill Canyon Road, I guess. Hawk Hill Road is what we always called it. And it's right behind Wildwood Park in Thousand Oaks. If you hike down the far end of Wildwood Park, you'd end up down here. I think there's a water reclamation or water treatment center right up the road. And then going the other direction, kind of straight, I don't know if it's south based on how the coast runs, but you end up at La Bronca Canyon, which is you can get to from Newbury Park. It's a no trespassing area, but we hiked it all the time. Beautiful area. In any case, so just a reminder for me to be a little less stressed or impatient about things. As Deb reminded me, and she reminds me often, she got on the phone with me and said I didn't give her a kiss when I left. And she goes, I could have a heart attack, or you could have a heart attack, or something could happen. And she said, there's always time for love. So I'm going to try and remember that. Maybe you do too. Let me know.